bushes and home in on nearby targets. Aftershock deals heavy damage to anything within range. Vortex pushes hunters away while dealing damage.
Here we go.
All right, and we're off, ladies and gentlemen. As we just mentioned, this is the final match. It's going to be a rematch of round 2 with Swifter from Team Chobot on the Monster and Team Casey on the Hunters. That's Dan Casey on the Medic from the Nerdist. We have James Willems on Assault, Adam Kovic on Trapper, and Bruce Green on Support.
You know, I love this already. The Monster took a whole different path off the start of the map. This could throw the Hunters off because they expect most monsters to just head straight from spawn down the main river.
And here we go. Here come the Hunters. They're going to drop out of their dropship. J-Party, we want to let the people at home know how this works. They need to look for footprints when they hit the ground. And that, they can see right there. That's going to give them an idea where the monster has taken off to. And then, of course, the startled birds, which we talked about earlier.
Yeah, great indicator for them to follow those footprints, but you can't be blind to the footprints. You'll never catch up to that which you're following. They need to be smart, go around him, and try to cut him off at the pass.
That's right.
See the team here staying close together, though. They don't want to get separated and isolated. That'll just get you dead in a hurry.
That's right, J-Party. Here, the Hunters are going through those rather infamous caverns full of Reavers. It's a dangerous spot to be.
Yeah, Reavers are very territorial, and there are a lot of them in this cave, and those are angry, angry monkeys.
That's right. You're seeing birds in the air there on the Trapper screen. That means the monster went through a flock of birds, not being very careful here at stage 1, and the Hunters are hot on his trail.
Yeah, you see the Trapper getting ahead of the rest of the squad, and that is A-okay. He's going to move a little quicker, and if he ever catches up, it's very important because he'll drop that mobile arena and just trap the monster where he's standing.
That's right. I'm looking at Support, and Support is trying to get that UAV, but the UAV dies before he can get it to the monster. So they're going to have to use some different tactics to try and find the monster here at Monster Stage 1.
Yeah, getting the free food buffet here. He is just so close to Stage 2. But that's an important catch. If you can get near him on that cocoon when he evolves to Stage 2, he'll have no armor, and he'll just melt to the flamethrower on our Assault class.
That's right, J-Party. We got Swifter on the Kraken. He's doing a great job at hitting those meats. The meats that are sliding across the ground, he's going to go have a 2-meat sandwich as soon as they're done. And here's another Reaver. That's going to fill his evolve meter, and he's going to be ready to evolve to Stage 2. Look at that, J-Party. Full armor and full health.
Yeah, got some decisions here if he wants to fight or flee. Ooh, and the Hunters catch up to him. How do they get the arena down, though? I don't see it. Looks like they didn't catch him. He gets out of this one. So important for this monster.
So what he needs to do now for the people joining us at home is get to a nice, safe little spot here. Obviously, that's a funny word to use on the planet of Sheer. There's not really any safe spots. But for the Kraken, he just needs to get somewhere dark, somewhere in the corner where the Hunters can't find him for a few moments, and stage up to Stage 2.
Absolutely. Also, if there's food nearby, not a bad idea either, as when you evolve, you'll have no armor.
All right, here he goes. And he's going through that infamous caverns that we talked about earlier. Reaver Cavern, as they call it, I believe, on the planet of Sheer.
As they do. Yeah, that's an important spot. Hunters can like that area because the cavern is small and tight. It's going to prevent the Kraken from flying into the air. At the same time, small corridors means grouped Hunters, and with the AoE attacks from the Kraken, that means a swift death.
Here we go, Swifter staging up to Stage 2. I'm liking this build he's going with, very aggressive.
Yeah, we'll see. He loves that Vortex, but he's going to mix it up this time, getting at least 1 point in each of his abilities, maximizing his utility over sheer damage. And I like that decision here. Wants to change it up in round 2. All right, here comes the arena.
Trapper with the dome. Mobile arena is down. The monster's in. This is a good opportunity for them to do some serious damage on the monster. He has no armor after staging up.
Absolutely. Great fight for them. We've seen him fight around this pillar before. He loves this spot. He may have gotten trapped on purpose just to get that damage in.
That's right, though. But look, he's getting a harpoon trap, which is not going to be good for him. That's going to hold him down on the ground, allow them to do damage.
Yeah, they need to do more damage. The armor's finally down, but they need to get damage on this monster while they can. Stage 2 is a great opportunity to get hits in here. Oh, man.
All right. Here we are on Assault. We need Assault to get in there and do some damage if the Hunter team's going to have a chance. But look at Swifter sitting pretty up in the air. He drops down to drop that Aftershock on the Hunters there, doing good damage.
We see health bars dropping, and that arena drops as well. It's going to be an easy escape for this monster as he picks on them, trying to catch up to him.
That's right. And the medic's down, but Assault gets them up. They're back in the game. They need to get the Trapper up as well. And here we are. We're back in the game, ladies and gentlemen. But smart move by the monster, smart move by Swifter to run at this point. He needs to go armor up. He needs to try to get to stage 3.
Absolutely. Great decision. He's taken very little damage to his health, and that's important. When he evolves to stage 3, he's going to regain pretty much what little health is missing and go back to full. Continuing to smell, you see that sonar-like pulse emanating from his body. That gives him the vision advantage that's so important as the monster.
That's right, J Party. For those of you just joining us at home on Twitch.tv Evolve Game, we are in round 3 of our first round of Evolve tournament here at 2014 E3. I said that all completely backwards just to see if you were paying attention. This is our inaugural tournament, and we are stoked so far with these Nerdist teams. They are representing well. They are playing this game like it needs to be played. Lots of action by the monster, lots of action by the hunters. We have Team Choba and Monster Swifter going for win number 2 for that team. And on the Hunter team, we have Team Casey. Dan Casey on the medic, trying to lead his team to victory, trying to get to the finals.
And I love what we're seeing here. We've seen great play by both teams, and it's nice. I love a game at this point. There's no real defined meta. So we're seeing creative plays done every game, and I love that, seeing people be original and have novel thoughts.
That's right, J Party, and look at this. On support is cloaking. Support is very close to the monster. He's sneaking up on him right now. The Kraken has no idea he's there. If he can rally the rest of his team up to his side, they can have a good opportunity to do some damage. But look, some leftover harpoon traps and sentry guns are going to do some damage on the monster there.
Yeah, that was a great play by the support. He tried to cloak the team, see if they could sneak up on the monster. Always a great play if it works. Unfortunately, they did not quite catch him in time, and that cloak wore off.
That's right, J Party. He does need the rest of his team there for support, to support the support.
Absolutely. It's the ultimate of support.
All right, here we go. We're looking at Kraken here, ladies and gentlemen. He is the newest monster to evolve. This is his debut, and he's looking real pretty, doing really well for us here, eating some 3-meat snacks, and he's about ready to evolve to stage 3.
Absolutely. You see that last Strider go down, and that's all the nutrients this guy needs.
What you're seeing there, ladies and gentlemen, is the monster sniffing the ground. He's looking for that support character who's got a UAV on him. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bucket. That's his head right there flying around the map. The monster is now tracked. Nicely done, support. Bruce Green, you can game, baby.
Nails the track. This Hunter squad is right on his tail now. It's real nice to have the true sight. As you see on the Trapper screen there, they just know exactly where he is. And he is right around the final objective, that generator there.
That's right, J Party. Smart move, I think, by the monster here to get back to that generator area, make his way back there, evolve somewhere in that area so that he can bring the fight right to the hunters if he chooses to, or he can lure them to come at him.
Absolutely. Well played by this guy. We'll see his plan here. This might be the corner he's been looking for. Safe, warm, full of evolution.
That's right. That's the safe spot. For those of you at home, I just used air quotes because there's really no safe spot on the planet Sheer, right? This is a devastating planet. And in fact, this map we're showing today, the dam, is in a desert canyon area that is more devastating than any map we've seen before. The wildlife can take out the hunters here. This team, though, doing very well to stay alive. They're going to have a nice fight here at stage 3 if they can regroup and get together. As you can see, though, J Party, they are a little spread out right now.
Yeah, they're not sure what they want to do. You see the Trapper here sitting on the final objective. This is very important. Once the monster reaches stage 3, he can destroy an exposed generator. And once that falls, this game is over. So they're going to work on trying to hunker down and get a nice defense built around that point, but still flush and put pressure on the monster so you can't just hide and build up that armor.
That's right. Nicely done, though. They're firing shots at him. They know he's there. They know he's trying to make his way to them, so they're just going to pester him with some shots and say, come at us, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a good zone right here in the middle of the map for the hunters. They are going to have easy vision of everywhere he moves.
That's right. And he's trying to pick up some armor right now, obviously, but if they're shooting him while he's getting the armor, that's really being wiped out and not really counting for anything.
Absolutely. Back in the cavern here, full of those Reavers. They are tasty 2-meat treats. A good way to get some armor, and he's about halfway there in his armor gauge. He's going to probably try to get that full before going in. All right, lurking around. He doesn't see any hunters at all. I think the monster's feeling pretty safe where he's at here.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And for you, those of you at home, follow us at twitch.tv Evolve Game, and you'll be able to see the rest of this match. We are getting close to the final fight here. This is amazing. I'm loving this fight for a Stage 3, Round 3 rematch. It can't get any more exciting than this.
Yeah, and this is going to be an exciting finish coming up here. This monster closing in on the generator. The final objective will be decided in this next fight.
That's right. And he does have full health, just about, and full armor. He's looking really good right now.
Yeah, trying to decide his approach. Ooh, he gets vision of the assault. It looks like they get vision of him. All right, they know where he's coming from. Doesn't like that entrance. He's going to try the back door.
That's right. Door number 2, as you like to call it.
Absolutely. If you don't like what you see at first, try again.
All right.
This support, look at where to drop these sentries. It's so important. You have a limit of 5 sentries, and the damage from 5 sentries being up is out of this world. So it's super important to position those well.
That's right. Not doing much damage here. That armor barely coming down. Here they go. They're finally doing some damage on the monster. The monster himself, though, is doing damage on the hunters.
Yeah, that was a weird engage. I'm not sure either team really expected for that to be the fight decided in that little area. And he's climbing high. Wants to force these hunters to change elevation. He knows their jetpacks are quite limited, while his jump has a lot more utility.
That's right, Jay Party. Down goes Trapper. Assault is close. Assault goes down as well, but Lazarus doing his work. And look at this, a nice resurrection. Support cloak. Support trying to get in there and bring the Trapper up.
Oh, well played by this monster to get the assault down, but the medic, just like that, gets him back in the fight, and that is why Lazarus is just so important for your team. Get out of there, Laz. He needs to run to safety now. He's done his job. The team is back in fighting condition.
That's right, Jay Party. How do you like this fight so far? You think they need to work their way up, or are they looking good where they are right now?
You're seeing the standoff here. The monster knows he has the high ground, and it's just so hard to get up there as a hunter squad. He's going to be knocking people back down just as they try to climb up. But you've got to get close. You can't let the Kraken stay far away. This would be fine with a Goliath, but the Kraken wants this. He wants the distance. He wants to just shoot lightning bolts from far away and take you down while you can't even see him.
That's right, and Assault's sitting really low on health right now. A couple Banshee Mines came his way, and he backpedaled off the edge of the side there. So he is down below. He's going to try and make his way back up to the team. They need to regroup. Yeah, they're going to have a chance here.
These health bars are getting real low. You see the support. Almost no health bar to be seen there. This is a rough spot for this squad.
That's right, Jay Party. They're working their way up top, and those sentry guns doing work on the monster, whittling away at that armor. The armor's gone. This is their opportunity to finally do some damage at this Stage 3 Kraken.
Absolutely. Even at Stage 3, that flamethrower will melt this Kraken. So they just need to stay on him. They're doing good here. This fight is not over for either team. Ooh, this could be big.
Big lightning strike. Oh, wow. Lots of damage dealt to the hunters.
Yeah, you're seeing the Hunter Squad use their cloak ability there to kind of dodge in and out of the Kraken's sight. That's very good use of that ability. Just make your team slightly harder to target.
That's right, Jay Party. And another clutch resurrection from Lazarus with that Lazarus device. He got support right up. Yeah, but now Trapper's down. He's picking them apart, but they're doing well to recover and stay in this game.
I think this monster is starting to lose momentum in this fight. He needs to get his focus back on the medic, who's doing a great job of keeping every in-cap teammate back into this fight.
What I do like seeing from this hunter group is that they are using every ability
here it comes.
at their disposal.
Yeah, you saw a cloak by the medic there. He knew he drew attention, and he immediately cloaks. I love it. It's well played. He did not get the medic down in that fight.
That's right, and some clutch harpoon traps here from the Trapper. They're going to bring that monster down to the ground. They're doing big damage with Assault on the flamethrower, and they're melting that health down to halfway. This is big for the Hunters. They could be back in this.
Yeah, suddenly this is looking real good. He just cannot find the medic in the chaos of this fight. He needs to stay calm, regroup, took the high ground again. Keeping those hunters down there is so important for him. They just can't do the damage they need while he's up here.
That's right. And some more clutch harpoon traps. He knocks those away with his melee attack. That's a nice job to get out of those traps.
Yeah.
But he needs to find someone to focus on. He needs to remove one of these hunters from the equation if he's going to have a chance to survive.
You see that assault there. Shield on going hard with the flamethrower. That's just so much damage. He's not going to be able to take many more hits like that.
That's right, Jay Party down below 4 bars of health, and he is retreating. Swifter on the retreat. He's trying to get out of here. He knows that he's met his match right now. He's going to try and get out of here and get some armor.
Wow, big decision. Has to run away from the generator. That is just brutal as a monster. You don't want that. You're never going to have as much health again, and it's just going to be an uphill battle from here.
That's right, Jay Party, and they're going to be right on his tail if they decide to chase him through there, which is going to make it really hard for him to eat and gain that armor that he's trying to do right now.
Yeah, well played by the squad to put pressure on him still. They don't want to let him just walk away. He is hurting, and they know they can control the fight.
That's right. And for those joining us at home, twitch.tv Evolve Game. Get on there right now to see the end of this fight. This is our inaugural Evolve tournament here at E3 2014. We have 2 Team Nerdist going head-to-head right now. They are in round 3. This is a rematch from round 2. And we have Team Chobot Monster Swifter versus Team Casey. We got the man himself, Dan Casey, on the medic. He's been clutch with those resurrections.
Absolutely. Great play by the medic. He's been the quintessential player. Oh, and looks like they get caught by a Mega Mouth. You see that big unfriendly creature will eat any hunter that crosses his path.
That's right, Jay Party. That's where those air quotations come in handy there when you're talking about the safety of Sheer, because there's really no safe spot to be.
Nah, not a good place for naps or just thinking about life.
All right, here he goes. There's some Canyon Striders there. He's going to go ahead and bring them down to the ground, try and gain some armor, but the hunters are right on his tail, and they're being really relentless right now. Team Relentless, we might call them after this.
Absolutely. I love that pressure. They have to watch out not to wander too far away from the generator. The last thing you want is an injured monster sneaking into the final objective and just snatching victory right out of your grasp.
That's right. He could turn this around and actually use this to his...
Oh, I love this play. He's going to try to steal some armor. Well, he's got the chance. That's good. That's 4 meats. That's a lot of armor right there.
That's right, and that takes a lot of confidence to pause mid-battle and eat that creature to pick up some armor.
Absolutely. Shows you the kind of mental fortitude you need to stay calm in the heat of battle.
Nice cloak from support. He's keeping his team well hidden.
Yeah, you see the armor getting low at the top there. Once that blue bar reaches 0, it's just pure health damage after that.
Trapper is down. Trapper is dead. But look at this. Here comes Dan Casey. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Casey can play video games. Look at that. Lazarus, another resurrection. So clutch.
Oh, and there's the medic. This could be big. Nails the medic. Oh, if this medic falls, this team's in some real trouble. Oh, but a clutch harpoon.
Oh, down goes Dan Casey. Down goes the medic. This could be trouble for the hunters. Still a lot of health for the monster to work with, but Assault doesn't care. Assault's going in and doing massive damage.
Oh, this is big. He can't let them sneak in.
And look at this. Medic. Daisy comes in. Daisy with the resurrection of support. Support's going to try and sneak off. I'm going to say that a little quieter, not to give any hints to the monster player. But Daisy, the pet trap jock, came in and res support. What a good girl that Daisy is.
Unfortunately, though, we saw right there, medic is dead. That means he is no longer in-capped. He is out of this fight, and there's no way to get your medic back until the dropship sends reinforcements in, which won't happen for another minute and a half.
That's right. So what we're working with here, ladies and gentlemen, and for those of you joining us at home, twitch.tv Evolve Game, we are in round 3 of the first match here, the first round of Evolve tournament here at E3 2014. We have Team Chobot on the monster with Swifter. He is on his last bar of health here going against Team Casey, led by Dan Casey on the medic. But Team Casey down to support and assault. That's a good combo, though, going into the end game.
That's where the damage comes from, and his health bar's running out. Gosh, he could pull this off. He needs to get a nice distance strike onto that support. I don't think he wants to run away from this. If that medic drops back down, he's in some real trouble.
That's right, Jay Party. This is a tough decision as a monster. Do you try and go get some limited armor, or do you go in there and finish him off?
Absolutely. I think he needs to work on lightning strikes from far away. He needs to hit that support. Oh, another sentry gun sees him. Each one of those little guns could be enough to bring him down.
That's right, Jay Party. We have 26 seconds on the dropship.
Yeah, they're moving back towards the main objective. The Hunter Squad knows where he needs to go here. We're also running out of round time, you see, in 2 minutes. That'll be a Hunter victory. But he's moving. He knows he's got to go to the generator. It's dangerous. Getting picked by turrets, losing what little armor he's got. This is going to be a rough final fight.
And once again, Jay Party, for those of us joining from home, we appreciate you tuning in to twitch.tv Evolve Game and watching this inaugural Evolve tournament here at E3 2014. Once again, we have 2 teams from Nerdist, led by Dan Casey and Jessica Chobot. They are here in the first round of game. Oh, look at this. Here goes the Kraken in on support. Can he do damage? Who's going to do the most damage first?
Misses the support, and now the Assault is on him with that flamethrower. That's just so much damage. The armor's gone. He's on his final hit bar. This is a rough spot to be in for a Monster.
Big aftershock, though. That's big damage.
Big boom.
Down goes Monster. This is a Hunter win for Team Casey.
And very well played by that squad. They had some real close calls there. Continuing to shoot the Monster. Want to let him know you're down and stay that way.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in today to Twitch.tv Evolve Game.